Have you ever pondered over the question, what if the space race never happened? Imagine a world where the boundaries of our understanding of the universe were still confined to textbooks and theories, where the moon was just a beautiful celestial body in the night sky, untouched by human exploration. That's the world we'd be living in if it weren't for the space race. The space race was not just about technological advancement or exploration, it was a high-stakes race of nations, a testament to human willpower, determination, and the pursuit of knowledge. It was a race born out of a time when the world was divided, and two superpowers were locked in a Cold War, the United States and the Soviet Union. The Cold War was a time of political tension and competition between these two nations, but it wasn't just about military power or political ideologies. It was about proving superiority in all fields, including science and technology. And what better way to showcase technological prowess than by conquering the final frontier, space? The United States and the Soviet Union both realized the potential of space exploration. It was not just about national pride or scientific curiosity, it was about gaining a strategic advantage. Whoever controlled space could potentially control the Earth. Thus, the race to conquer space became a crucial part of the Cold War narrative. Both nations poured resources into their space programs, pushing the boundaries of what was possible. They sought to make their mark in the cosmos, to prove to the world and to themselves that they were the greatest nation on Earth, and potentially in space. The space race was more than a competition. It was a testament to humanity's relentless pursuit of knowledge and progress. In many ways, the space race defined the second half of the 20th century. It pushed humanity to new frontiers, sparking a fascination with the cosmos that still burns brightly today. It was a race that transcended national borders, capturing the imagination of the entire world. So, buckle up as we journey back in time to witness one of history's most fascinating competitions. In a race, the first stride can often set the tone, and in the space race, it was the Soviet Union that took an early lead. It was October 4th, 1957, when the world heard the first beep from space. The Soviets had launched Sputnik 1, the first artificial satellite, marking the beginning of the space age. The tiny spherical satellite, no larger than a beach ball, orbited Earth in just 98 minutes. As it cruised through space, emitting rhythmic signals, it symbolized a significant triumph for the Soviet Union. But the Soviets weren't done making history. The launch of Sputnik was just the prologue to a series of space firsts. Fast forward to April 12, 1961. It was a typical spring day, but for one man, it was anything but ordinary. A 27-year-old Yuri Gagarin climbed into the Vostok 1 spacecraft, becoming the first person to journey into outer space. Imagine the thrill and trepidation as Gagarin ascended into the cosmos. His journey lasted a mere 108 minutes, but it transformed him into a global icon and a symbol of Soviet space supremacy. Gagarin's mission was a massive achievement, not just for the Soviet Union, but for humanity as a whole. For the first time, mankind had broken the chains of gravity and ventured into the final frontier. The Soviet Union's early victories sent shockwaves around the world. The launch of Sputnik and Gagarin's historic flight created an undeniable lead in the space race. The world watched in awe, and a sense of urgency washed over the nations lagging behind. But remember, every race has its twists and turns. The Soviet Union had made the first leap, and they were leading, but the finish line was still a long way off. This was just the beginning of an era of intense competition, innovation, and discovery that would forever change our understanding of the universe. With these achievements, the Soviet Union had set a high bar, but the race was far from over. Not to be outdone, America was readying its response, a response that would shake the world. In the late 1960s, America was not just playing catch-up in the space race, they were planning a quantum leap. The Apollo program was America's ambitious answer to the Soviet Union's early victories. It was a mission of not just reaching the moon, but of making a lunar landing, something that had never been done before. The Apollo program was named after Apollo, the Greek god of the sun and light, prophecy and truth, healing and plague, music and poetry. It was a fitting name for a mission that promised to illuminate new truths about our universe and to heal the wounded pride of a nation. It represented a beacon of hope, not just for America, but for all of mankind. President John F. Kennedy, in a historic speech in 1961, set the goal to land a man on the moon and return him safely to Earth before the end of the decade. This bold declaration ignited a spark that would lead to one of the most historic moments in human history. On July 20th, 1969, the world held its breath as the Apollo 11 mission, led by astronauts Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, and Michael Collins, approached the moon. As the lunar module, aptly named Eagle, touched the moon's surface, Neil Armstrong declared, "That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind." Those words echoed around the world, marking a moment of triumph not just for America, but for all of humanity. The Apollo program continued until 1972, with a total of 6 successful missions that landed 12 men on the moon. The final mission, Apollo 17, left the moon's surface on December 14, 1972, marking the end of manned lunar missions for decades to come. With one giant leap, America had taken a significant lead in the space race. The space race was more than just a competition. Its impact resonates even today. In the grand scheme of history, the space race was a relatively brief moment. But within that moment, the world was irrevocably changed. The competition between the United States and the Soviet Union sparked a technological revolution that has shaped the modern world. The first wave of this revolution was the development of satellite technology. The launch of Sputnik by the Soviet Union in the late 1950s forced the United States to accelerate their own satellite program. This led to the creation of GPS, weather forecasting, and even the internet as we know it today. But the advancements didn't stop there. The space race pushed scientists and engineers to their limits, leading to breakthroughs in materials science, computer technology, and engineering. The miniaturization of electronics, necessary for space exploration, paved the way for today's world of smartphones and laptops. The development of advanced materials for spacecraft led to innovations in everything from sports equipment to medical devices. Beyond technology, the space race had profound effects on science and education. It inspired a generation to pursue careers in STEM fields, leading to an explosion of knowledge and discovery. It also brought about a new understanding of our place in the universe. The iconic image of Earth from space, a blue marble floating in the void, has become a symbol of our shared humanity and the need to protect our planet. Perhaps most importantly, the space race ushered in an era of international cooperation in space exploration. Despite the initial rivalry, the United States and Russia now work together on the International Space Station, sharing knowledge and resources in the pursuit of scientific discovery. In the end, the space race was more than just a rivalry. It was a catalyst for progress, a driving force behind some of the most significant advancements of the 20th century. It challenged us, inspired us, and showed us what we're capable of when we reach for the stars. The space race, a testament to human ambition and ingenuity, forever changed our perspective of the cosmos. The space race may have ended, but the exploration of space continues. As we cast our eyes towards the cosmos, we find ourselves standing at the precipice of a new era in space exploration. The quest for knowledge and the spirit of discovery are as alive today as they were during the days of the space race. Today we're seeing a resurgence of interest in space exploration, with both nations and private companies vying to unlock the mysteries of the universe. The likes of SpaceX, Blue Origin, and NASA are setting ambitious goals, from landing humans on Mars to mining asteroids for resources. Space exploration is no longer just a two-horse race. It has evolved into a global endeavor, with countries like China, India, and the United Arab Emirates joining the fray. This international cooperation is not only vital for the progress of science, but also for fostering peace and unity among nations. The future of space exploration is not confined to the realm of science and technology. It also includes the potential for space tourism, with companies planning to offer commercial space travel, enabling everyday individuals to experience the awe-inspiring beauty of the cosmos. But perhaps the most exciting aspect of future space exploration is the prospect of finding extraterrestrial life. Scientists are already exploring the possibility of life on Mars and on the icy moons of Jupiter and Saturn. If successful, such a discovery would undoubtedly be one of the most significant milestones in human history. In the future, we might even see the establishment of human colonies in space, transforming us from a single-planet species into a multi-planetary one. The implications of such a leap are profound, touching every aspect of human life, from our understanding of ourselves to our place in the universe. As we stand on the cusp of a new era in space exploration, we can only wonder what amazing discoveries await us in the final frontier.